What's up? What it do? This is the Peace Dealer. And yeah, welcome to another exciting kind of weekly horoscope. Yeah, we're lit, we're live. If you got some booze, you want to drink that right now. If you got some substances, if you got some pharmaceuticals you abuse, no, I'm just joking. Um, it's been quite the Libra season so far. And let me tell you, a whole lot has been happening right under your nose. Everything that's been happening under your nose is going to come out and be revealed. But so you know, this is the type of energy that you see on Maury or Jerry Springer. And it's like, wow, how can you know, this show is scripted because how can that person be so dumb to like fall for something like this? This has to be fake until it happens to you this week. So just be careful because certain things you've assumed about people just gonna like reveal itself. And maybe you assume the right thing, maybe you assume the wrong thing. But regardless, shout out to everybody in the live chat. Thank y'all for showing love and support as you always do. Um, Thank you for just, staying tuned. So, one really cool thing about this week, and I just realized that I use the same word harvest, which is a taboo word for me now. But this is a week that will incorporate the disseminating phase of the moon as it goes from its gibbous to full to waning. And during this a period like this, when the moon is full and we come into the completion of the transit, which with the full moon in Aries, you really kind of understood where you stand in your relationship with other people. I had my Mars in Aries. I have my Mars in Aries, so I was heated. I was tight. I was like really releasing a lot of fire, and goddamn, did it feel good. So that kind of flipped the switch, and regardless of whether it released in a calm or potent way, really just be mindful that the realization of who you are from what you experienced is what you're harvesting. When the moon transits from the full phase to the third quarter square, which we're going to have, the moon is in Cancer, you're now taking that completion, right? And you're going to be harvesting the positive parts of your relationships. Okay. Um, I just watched something about the harvest. Know that Hurricane Harvey has the same words as harvest, Harve. You can't spell you can't spell harvest without that part. But regardless of all that, and the Route 91 Harvest Festival, some shit happening right under our nose, guys. But regardless, though, I'm not here to talk about that. This is an important week because the relationships that you have manifested from the new moon, because they're important people who came into your life, and then the first quarter square is where things got jumbled up, and then the full moon is where you kind of have an idea of where you stand with these relationships. So from now to the moon in Cancer, you're going to be harvesting the positive parts of these relationships after you come through a disseminating phase where you're perfecting that which needs to be changed in your dealings with others. Now, once the crop is raised in the full moon, you harvest it. You take the fruits off of it. You take what you need before the third quarter square to the new moon, where you're releasing, you're done planting, and then you plant new seeds in that new moon. So this is going to be really great because a lot of positive news from the unions you've made are going to really show themselves. You're going to start to see the results of unions you have with positive people. Of course, any relationships in your life that kind of incorporate, negativity, you're going to also harvest this too. So come that third quarter square, that's what you're going to have to release. And you're going to know by how you feel. But over the next few days, just really keep in mind that you're going to be in a profound and prime position to gain a whole lot of understanding and truth about where you stand in these relationships and how they're initially, developing for what we're moving into next. In fact, this is the week that Jupiter is going to shift into Scorpio. So there's so much that's happening this week. And before we go into the Peace Mobile and I show you that, today is a very pivotal, crucial day because the Venus and Mars conjunction is tightening, but we have Mercury and the Sun conjunct at 14 degrees. And every time Mercury and the Sun are conjunct together, it definitely keys you into a profound awareness where you gain an epiphany. And in Libra, it's one of the most powerful epiphanies. For a lot of you, this is going to really, over the next week, allow you to understand how to connect and communicate your real self, your true self, not your real self, your true self just not even in relationships, just outwards. All right. Developing the outer person. Some people are very positive and some people are very genius on the inside. But when it comes to bringing that person on the inside, on the outside, they're low key, like retarded, like they suck, like they don't know how to do it. Some people, they're the opposite. All right. They're amazing and charming on the outside. Like they know how to show face. They know how to like look beautiful, but on the inside, they're like little pieces of shits or they just have no substance to them. So it's always good to have that balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be that person who knows how to develop your insides and also express that out to the outside. Okay. Here's a little cheat sheet. Fire, water, air, and earth. When it comes to the elements, fire and water is going to be the internal state, actually. Even though fire is what you see, fire and water is going to be the spirit and the soul. It's going to be that depth of passion and substance, okay? It's the most psychic energy, and it's also the most passionate energy. And it's because of these two that they're the dumbest and stupidest of the elements. When you want intelligence, you go air and earth. Air and earth is more now going to be the outer structure. This is how you bring it out to the world. Air is intelligent. Earth is slow. So whereas water and fire are literally just stupid and dumb, like fire is dumb as fuck. I have a Mars and Aries, and that's why I do dumb shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like my Mars and Aries does not give a damn. Fire is so dumb because they're not trying to do it. Like if fire sat down and tried to do something, they'd be better than everyone. But fire doesn't care. Fire's just trying to do it, and they don't really care how dumb it comes across. All right. Now, fire makes up for this because they're so passionate. Yeah, air is way smarter than fire will ever be, but air will never be as passionate as fire. Like air will never, and even though air is smarter, fire still takes all your men and all your women. So everyone wants to have sex with fire. So they're allowed to be dumb. Water is just so stupid. Like once they get into their feelings, you have some of the stupidest people ever, but they're so psychic. So it's like they can be stupid because they're psychic as hell. And earth might be also intelligent, but they'll never have that substance that water has. Okay, so this is where water and fire can kind of be dumb. And here, let me prove it, because some of the most intelligent people I know are fire and water signs, but it's because of their air sign prominent placements. Like you'll see a super smart Pisces and I'll be like, okay, let me see all their Aquarius energy. Oh, see, they got a stellium in Aquarius. If they didn't have that air, they'd be stupid as fuck. But it's all good. Like if without water, we wouldn't have psychic ability and feeling. So, I'm just throwing shade. Now, earth and air. See, this is why I respect earth signs. I clash with earth, but I at least respect earth. Because whereas water and fire, no offense, you're just not there in the smart department. You're just not. Earth is actually smart. Earth is low-key mad intelligent. All right. Like if fire actually, when fire gets out of their feelings, look at any fire sign. When a fire sign gets out of their feelings, because what does fire do? I'm gonna huff and puff and get mad. I'm gonna flip this table over. And then they finally like calm down and realize, oh wait, hold on, this is not smart. And then they get out their feelings. They're some of the most brilliant people ever. But you know, they get blinded. Okay. So Dominic, Scorpio is not smart. Scorpio is some of the stupidest people I know, but they're so psychic though. And Scorpios have Libra placements. Scorpios with Libra placements and Aquarius placements, brilliant. They're more intelligent than me, but it's because of the Libra and it's because of the Aquarius. Other than that, my little sister's a Scorpio. She was the blonde of our family. Like she would ask questions and everyone would go like, everyone else in our family had air. And she would just be like, what? Did you just ask? My Scorpio sister literally asked me, are school schedules for school? But we were used to this by now. And it's like Scorpios are very intelligent, but in a water, they're emotionally intelligent. Like they won't say smart stuff, but they'll know stuff emotionally about you that no one else knows, and they can help you actually process it. All right. But I'm just saying, it is what it is. I'm just being honest. Okay. This is why I respect Earth, because Earth is not dumb or stupid like water and air. They get stuff. They can get stuff air says, but they're so slow. They are the slowest. And that's why I appreciate air. Air are the narcissists of the zodiac. We think we know everything, but we're smart as fuck and we will process information instantly. It's going to take earth signs like 5 years just to come to the same conclusion. But at least when they come to the conclusion, they get it even better than air. Okay, that's not true, but they're still able to process it and ground information way better than air. So that's kind of the thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know how the elements work, fire signs are dumb, but they will steal your man and woman. Your man and woman will just go to them. They're just like oozing with sexuality. But you know, people don't stay with fire signs because, and I will always say this when I do official compatibility, like if you want a partner, you want to go earth. I'm talking about from a fellow air sign too. If you want something like stable and long lasting, don't try and date air because the universe will just snatch away your air partner and just take them somewhere else. Cause we some flying motherfuckers, but you want something that'll last. You're going to go earth. It's going to be super boring. You might cheat on them with fire, but it doesn't matter. You're going to get the partner that you want. So anyway, all I got to say other than that is you're really at a position to where you can harvest very important relationships in your life. And just know that the blessing of Libra season was to place you with people in your life that you can actually like build very important things with over the next 6 months. So keep this in mind. It's starting off very slow now. By the full moon in Aries, you have connected with everybody so far that is either meant to be a distraction or a very powerful asset. And it is this week that's going to let you know just how full of shit certain people are or how genuine certain people are. Certain people might have not necessarily represented themselves the right way. It's a week like this that's going to really bring a whole lot into perspective. And yeah. I'm telling you, though, a lot of this is happening right under your nose. So some of you may feel like you haven't met this person and you're talking to this person, or you actually do already know this person. So don't necessarily worry. Some of you will know because you feel it, especially if it's a recent, connection. But remember now, this has to do because some of you aren't showing up as well. This is another thing. Some of you kind of aren't showing up and you're expecting people to show up on your doorstep. Like some of you are letting the responsibilities you have or the work you have to do be an excuse for why you can't show up. And the universe is like, no, honey, I'm sorry. Like, this is something you have to go out your way for too. You need to meet me halfway because we have to know you're really about it. Cause you know those type of people who the universe will send them people over and over again, and then it's either something wrong with the person they sent or something wrong with them, which why they can't show up. And you only have until Scorpio season, because the whole point of this cycle of this third quarter square and harvesting energy is to set the stage for Jupiter to go into Scorpio and the new moon in Scorpio, which is going to feature Jupiter. Things are going to transform so much to the point where you felt you were supposed to walk down this path, and then you find out the path itself shifts. And it's like, holy crap, I had no idea. I thought I was supposed to be a motivational speaker for young kids in Africa, Asia, and Europe. And now it looks like my true calling is a porn star director. It's just crazy shit like you could never see coming. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about when I say your real self and your true self. Maybe your real self is a motivational speaker for young kids who want to do better, but your true self, your real true self, is like a porn star director. And you just have to like hire willing freaks to shoot sex scenes for you. How do you balance those things? I know this might sound like a joke to some of y'all, but it's a really huge dilemma. Okay. This could be manifesting itself in a woman whose parents are telling them to be a doctor, but she wants to be a stripper, like a professional stripper, or the other way around. I don't know whose parents would encourage them to be a stripper over a doctor, but you know what I mean? Like there's a difference here. And it's these relationships that are going to very, very powerfully indicate how you're going to let other people influence and shift your path, or vice versa. Because a lot of what we do, whether you're in this community or not, I've seen atheists do this. I've seen mad Christians do this, or anyone of any religion. I've seen spiritualists do this. I've even seen some shamans do this. And we like to play the victim game. We like to play that it's always someone else doing something to us. We always like to say that like there's always some dark force. They don't want us to win. Shout out to DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? Like we're always quick to point the finger. Thank you, BJ Gamble, for the donation. And I might as well just say, but for any of you who kind of donate through the super chat, oh, damn, I forgot to do that. For any of you who donate through the super chat or through my website, I'm going to pull a oracle card for you from the wisdom of the House of Night. Ooh, I almost dropped these cards. That's not cool. Let me see this real quick. I forgot to put the link to donate because some of you ask me where the link is since you can't super chat. So let me do that for you. Alrighty. Thank you, Lilac Ocean 420, for the donation. Once again, my lovely friends, wisdom of the House of the Night. Since the moon is in Taurus, we're going to go with a feminine ruled deck. So thank you, Joanna Blaine. I'm going to pull these super chat cards at the very end of the broadcast after I pull the cards for the Zodiac signs. Thank you, Calixte Vibes. If you are not able to donate anything, you will get a personal card, but I'm still going to pull a general card for all the signs, and I'm going to pull a general card for everybody at the very end. So don't even trip, like one general card for everyone. Thank you, Sunshine B. So once again, like I was saying, this is a very powerful ability to, thank you, Lisa, come in profoundly to the positive parts of the unions and the connections that you have. And Scorpio season is going to transform and change the game for a whole lot of people, because really, this is because the divine RPG is going to begin. if you don't believe that, first of all, if you're in a live chat and you're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer, tell me you haven't been seeing this divine RPG. I've seen 3 different Capricorns and 3 different Scorpio. I've seen 3 different Capricorns beef with Scorpios, and it's not ugly. When you're like, I'm sorry, it's not pretty. It's mad. I won't say it's ugly, but it's not pretty when you're in the middle of it. Thank you, Rocktober. I've been seeing this already start. So I'm just letting you know. Thank you, Jolanda. Thank you so much. I'm going to explain the Divine RPG again. The video is coming soon, but this is, at first, it was funny. I'm not going to lie. I was a young Gemini, and I have a King Kunks too. So Sagittarius is between it. I see it like more than the other signs. And I'm not going to lie. I saw Capricorn beefing with Scorpio. I was like, oh, that's funny. The Divine RPG is actually coming true. And I saw another Capricorn beef with another Scorpio. And I was like, oh, shit, this is actually like really happening. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Demi Green. So very awesome. Ooh, I see Mercedes got recruited by Scorpio. Thank you, Rafama. If Scorpio recruits Aries, be careful. Okay, those are 2 revolutionaries. So get this though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I saw the second Capricorn beefing with a different Capricorn beefing with another Scorpio. I was like, ooh, thank you, Nancy. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for the donations. I honestly was just like, wow, like this is getting serious. Then I saw a third Capricorn beef with a Scorpio, and now I'm scared because this shit is literally just like popping up with me. Like we were all friends, and then the second one happened, and I was like, please, I hope I don't have to choose between you two. And then less than 24 hours later, I had to make a decision. And it's like, nah, this shit just keeps on popping up, and it's scary. Like, it's cool when you see it online, but when it's like in person, this shit's scary. Like, and this is the last week, 2 weeks before. This is the last week before the Divine RPG starts, because it officially begins this week. It officially begins this week once Jupiter goes into Scorpio, and I'm going to drop, once Jupiter goes into Scorpio, I'm going to drop the Divine RPG World War Zero video. It's very important. I have to wait until it's in Scorpio because it's sensitive information. Thank you, Danielle Beers. Much love. And yeah, this is the last week to recruit, y'all, because if you recruit after it goes into the transit, it's like recruiting on a battlefield. So it's going to begin, and then it's going to activate. So Jupiter in Scorpio is when like the game begins. The loading title screen starts. You go to the menu screen. The game has begun. Thank you, Brittany Smith. And then once the Sun conjuncts Jupiter in Scorpio season, the game officially starts. This is when you press start game, and then you're literally going to see Scorpios and Capricorns slaughtering each other, while Sagittarius is like trying to finagle and finesse both of them, and then they're both trying to suppress Sagittarius. It's going to be the most chaotic, dramatic stuff ever in existence until, of course, Divine RPG 2, when Leo becomes playable and just starts shitting on everybody. But anyway, be very careful of who you associate with. Once again, some of you are like recruited by Aquarius or Pisces, so you can't even play Divine RPG 1 because they just kept you as an unplayable character until the third or second installment of the series, which sucks. I'm not gonna lie. You're basically you're just gonna feel like your whole life is in limbo until 2018, and you're just gonna see opportunities just pass you by. But at least when you do get the opportunity, it's going to be legendary or extraordinary. So it is what it is. You know you're okay. And just to ask once again, the Empress asked what's going on with Scorpio and Caps. Capricorn is maintaining the imperial legacy, the imperial army. So if you're a Capricorn or a Sun in Capricorn, you have something you represent that you have to defend for the whole of Jupiter and Scorpio. Thank you, Nasheen. The only ones who can recruit, thank you, Sharon, are Capricorn, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Divine RPG 3 is the final installment where you could be any character, and any character can recruit a team. So Divine RPG 3, the Peace Dealer can recruit a team of like Leo, Libra. Libra and Virgo are going to be playable. They're not even playable in 2. I can recruit, Libra can recruit anyone, but before that, we're beta testing with the first game, and the only ones who can recruit are Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. And the only playable characters, because everyone else is locked, is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. The motherfucking originals, if you don't got it straight. Because y'all want to get it twisted. Y'all want to act like you can live life without the first 4 zodiac signs. All y'all are really trying to, and I don't mean all y'all, but mad people are trying to show face, but they forget you need to have Aries. You know who you are. Thank you, Queen. You need to have some sort of values, Taurus. You need to have thoughts of your own, Gemini, and you need to have feelings of your own. And, you know, I keep on saying that they're trying to get rid of Cancer. I'm not allowed to say this because this can compromise, but I'm only here to mess shit up. It's honestly a conspiracy to destroy Pisces. Because if Pisces is out the picture, then the evil conglomerate can do whatever they want. Pisces realized this and then put Aries and Gemini on game. Like, hey, you guys got to do something. Because, yeah, they're making it look on the low that they're trying to get rid of Cancer. But if they get rid of Leo, that means they can get rid of Pisces. Okay. So just letting you know, it is what it is. It is a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy. I've seen even Amber Khan throw Cancer all under the bus. I went to her event. It was pretty cool. And that's all I'll say. But I heard her say something about Cancers being liars and Cancers just like believing delusions and Cancers just making up bullshit and believing it. And that's the dark side of Cancer. I'm not going to lie. Cancer can just kind of make up something, except that's not, because Cancers are the psychics. A whole lot of things that Cancer is accused of being delusional about, they're actually hitting on some shit that you can't see, and they get thrown under the bus. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then I heard her say that Aries always tries to hurt people. And that's kind of true. Aries could be sadistic, but when you think about it truthfully, the only people that Aries is trying to hurt are people who are bitch made. I mean, sorry, people who see the Aries in me came out. The only people that Aries are trying to hurt are like people who are like fraud. Like, I've never seen Aries try and hurt someone who is real. I've never seen Aries try and hurt someone who's actually someone of respect. I see Aries glow. I see Aries show respect to people who deserve respect. When I see Aries be mean to people, usually that person is either fake as hell, weak as hell, a loser. You know what I'm saying? So Aries just seems to know who to point out, and you can't really blame Aries for that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. So there's certain differences I've seen because they're low-key trying to take power away from Aries, act like Gemini's magic doesn't exist, and just completely dehydrate Cancer, which is water itself. Cancer, they trying to make y'all look like you some crybabies. I just save that for the skits because I like to poke fun, but damn. When Cancer is the crab, they're actually the strongest of the water signs emotionally. See, you guys think that when water signs cry, they actually mean it. These are masters of water. I'm sorry, water signs, I'm gonna expose you. You guys think that when water signs cry, they actually mean it. You don't know that they're using you. You don't know that they're just appealing. They know that you're weaker beings than them, and they know that you're going to believe them and be like, oh, let me feel bad for them. And so Scorpio milks that shit all the time. If you see a Scorpio crying, Scorpio is some of the most strong people ever. Like, they'll go through some traumatic shit and they'll see someone else crying and be like, man up. So if you see a Scorpio, my sister taught me this. If you see a Scorpio crying, there's crocodile tears. They're using you for something, all right? Unless it's just like something authentic, then you like catch them off guard, all right? But I have 2 water sign sisters, so I have experience about this. I'm trying to say this because if you think water signs cry because they're weak, no, there's some strong motherfuckers. Like, they process feelings. More times often than not, they're finessing you with their tears. Just letting you know that right now, okay? They're super psychic. Anyway, Unless they're like your really close friends and they cry in front of you, then you must be very important. But yeah, keep this in mind because this relationship harvest is very, 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 very key. And what you gain, thank you, Black Tube. Thank you very much. What you gain a whole lot of from identifying what relationships you want to invest in really have much to do with what you're shown. Okay, some of you are still getting signs and synchronicities from very important sources about stuff you may have walked away from or stuff that you're still not in the clear about. So don't by any means walk back to what you walked away from. But just know there's still more to be revealed. And once again, Mercury is conjunct the sun. So there's a great clarity and awareness starting now. Well, even before then, but what's significant about it being in the 14th degree, where numerologically, with the 5 number of intellect, you're going to come into a very important conclusion or insight about connections that you've made. Because of the acceleration, thank you, Jackie, because of the acceleration of Uranus and Aries that's still opposing Jupiter, just know like a lot of your first instincts about connections are probably definitely right. So, and even if they're not right, like you're going to come into clarity. So anything you're unclear about, allow this week to show you what's worth it in your partnerships. And this is going to require a very important understanding of quantum trust, because you're going to have trust in a lot of these relationships. And the quantum sense of trust is trusting your higher self and their higher self. Some of you are being paired with people who you actually know you can't trust, but the quantum sense of trust in it is that you have to look outside of time, because of their influence with you, they're going to become trustworthy people, because you're going to be living your truth, and they're going to see, oh shit, I cannot fuck with this person, or I can't finesse this person because destiny will clap back at me. And you might see them switch up, or you might see them transform, or you might actually be with them before they go through their own personal, element that transforms. So that's why your intuition is like, keep them around, because they might not be trustworthy now, but come Scorpio season, when they kind of have to be, because Saturn is going to be in Capricorn pulling people's cards, this is what you're going to see, like the true union of your energy with. So that being said, let us now hop into the Peace Mobile, where we can skirt into the transits. I don't have any rims on this Peace Mobile, but it's still banging. We got the 14-degree conjunction here, and we have Mars and Venus, the real return of the lovers. And I mean, it's opposing Pisces, so that's magical. But what I want to really bring to your focus is this critical 29 degree of Jupiter and Libra. It's the big plunge. It's getting ready to go super deep in Scorpio. This 29-degree transit that we're having for the next couple of days is what's going to finalize your understanding of what you can do with your connections that you have with others. Because the whole point of the Scorpio season is now to build deep trust and psychic connections with the people who you have magically connected with. So be very mindful of what you unveil today, because Mercury is going to move ahead of the sun and ascertain information before we're aware of what we're processing. Whereas before, we've been aware of it and then our minds would process it. This is the unique part of the transit where Mercury goes ahead before it retrogrades and goes back and then meets the sun again to be like, yo, look what I found out that you're going to see. So this is now a very important gateway where we're going to start gathering information before we see it. So listen a lot to your mind, if anything. The moon in Taurus is going to be right now transforming. Realistically, this is why I said under our nose, because in air sign transits, earth signs are water houses. So we're not really aware of what's really happening, right? Because we're in our minds, but it's all going to come to light once the moon is in Gemini, okay, in the 9th house. So wherever you are at the tail end of the 8th, because the moon's going to slip into Gemini like the evening of the 28th, like let's say 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and the moon in Gemini, the moon in Gemini is very profoundly going to show a whole lot of people why it's very important to communicate what it is you believe about what you share with another person. First of all, it's probably going to tell you that you are completely wrong and you should just get out of your feelings and like stop assuming shit. Or you might find that it's actually right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to know because ideas are going to circulate and, you know, people are going to reveal what it is they think. So whether this is revealed to you or you to them, ultimately what this is just going to do is very powerfully key you in to what is necessary ultimately for you to reap this because of this 9th house influence. But most importantly, you know, the grand mutable cross that we have is going to change your mind on a whole lot. It's actually going to be the most magical day of this transit because it's going to lead into the balsamic phase and Scorpio season. All right. Checking right now, I think I got a donation from Karima and also from Kiera. So thank you. I'm going to pull cards for you for sure. Yeah, cool. So that being said, once the moon is on the tail end of Gemini, it's going to move into Scorpio, Jupiter, while the moon moves into Cancer. When you see stuff like this in astrology, it is not a coincidence. Whenever you see stuff like this, the moon making a perfect trine to Jupiter is literally like shifting with Jupiter. So we get a very thorough understanding of how profoundly these relationships now shift into a greater feeling. What is it that we're able to sincerely express when it comes to how we feel? And that's the purpose of this 3rd quarter square right here. All right. Where the drama and chaos that happened 2 weeks prior when the moon was in Capricorn, you're now going to gain a lot more insight on, and this is going to help you understand what feelings you need to release. Oh, but it's going to be so chaotic, and then the drama is going to come when the moon is in Leo. But the North Nodal influence here is going to make this such an exciting chapter as well. Thank you, Jalen Donald. I got your donation. And yeah, this has the potential to be a very exciting week. It's definitely going to be dramatic for more reasons than one, but we do have Venus also shifting into Libra as Jupiter definitely makes it into Scorpio. And then, I mean, the week after that is just even more super gnarly sauce. So keep that in mind. The influence of Taurus and Gemini is your fundamental energies you're building up understanding with. And in that sense, it's definitely going to be very powerful. Other than that, I'm going to pull cards for the Zodiac signs. But before I do so, I want to announce, thank you, Precious 1FT, 1 foot. I want to announce that I will be hosting a new webinar next week. For those of you who got the first Synastry webinar, I'm doing part 2, the composite charts. So that one is definitely going to come complete with a very well done PowerPoint presentation. And this composite chart webinar, thank you, Emily, for the donation, is going to be the second part and installment of the Synastry series. So in the first webinar, what we went through is what it is a synastry chart even is and how to read a synastry chart. We went through how to understand the relationship between different elements in the zodiac and how to interpret this in a compatibility sense. The second part now is going to go into what a composite chart is, and or really how to interpret a composite chart. Miss Kiki, you can donate on the site. The link is in the description box below, and if you don't see it, just refresh the page. Part 2 is going to be way more lit because now you're going to understand the shared energy. So a synastry chart, let's say we did the synastry chart between me and Rihanna. Okay, everyone knows the peace dealer Spirit Bay is Rihanna. This is just facts. So we do synastry between Rihanna and the peace dealer, and this is going to talk about the compatibility between my moon in Capricorn and her moon in Aries, and then my Mars on her moon. We're going to talk about, you know, Pisces sun, Gemini sun. Okay. However, when we do a composite chart, we're going to look at our blended energy. So even though she's a Pisces and I'm a Gemini, our composite energy is Taurus. Our composite sun, our blended sun, there's also a Davidson chart, but we're not going to do Davidson charts. We're just going to do composite charts where these energies connect together. A Venus, when I do composites with Venus and Scorpio, my Venus and Taurus or Venus and Scorpio makes Venus and Leo. And these composite energies show where they blend, because what happens when you make a relationship with someone is that your energies share together. You have your higher self, they have their higher self, but the composite chart will now blend those shared energies. And the composite chart is so important because even if you have you can do a synastry chart with someone and you have the best compatibility with them, but your composite chart is trash. Like your shared energy is just like so chaotic. So you're wondering, why do I get along with this person so well? But the relationship is just so horrible. Like we love each other, but nothing ever works right. And it's maybe in your composite chart, you have a horrible stellium in the 8th house. And so you're at war with your in-laws. The composite chart is going to tell you this. The composite chart is going to say what your shared destiny is, because when it comes to relationships and partnerships, yeah, there's compatibility, but there's also life path. Like you can be compatible with someone whose life path clashes with yours. And then you have a Mr. or Mrs. Smith situation where you're both working for employers who have you killing each other. Okay, this is why it's important to actually be more compatible with someone who has a life path that's compatible with yours, or a shared composite north node, then is compatible, because through that partnership, you could actually, Robin Donaldson, shoot me an email, thepeacedeal@gmail.com. We'll set one up. Composite, synastry and composite are both supposed to be good. Ideally, you want both of them to be good, but you know, this is what's going to let you know. Maybe you might have a composite north node that squares all your energy. So now the destiny of what you're both supposed to do clashes with your own personal destiny. You know what I'm saying? I always look for trines in north nodes when I look at someone, because that's going to show you in the synastry chart that, you know, it's going to blend in very positive energy. So don't necessarily worry about seeing challenges. And Ale Alvarez, very good question. I don't necessarily mean numerology, because you also want to have compatible numerological life paths. But I mean, by life path, I mean your composite north node. I mean your composite vertex. I mean your composite chart. You know what I'm saying? The composite chart is the life path of you and 2 or more people. So in the webinar, you're going to learn about what it means to have a composite sun in a certain sign. We're going to go over the composite houses and the meanings of those composite houses. Taylor J numerology is not fake. There's nothing fake about numerology. And it's one of the most profound practices I've ever even had the privilege of working with. But yeah, you're also going to know in this composite chart webinar that how to time events, because if you know the rising sign, one of the most powerful things about knowing a composite chart is also knowing transits. There's a lot of relationships that I've done. Like when I meet certain people, I see that the North Node or the Sun is transiting our 7th house. Or if Jupiter is transiting the 1st house of a composite chart, you know that relationship is ready to launch and begin. They're ready to actually come into each other. This is why you can meet someone before it's ready. If you know the composite chart, you can actually time when to do certain things in a relationship. All right. So shout out to the life path number 9s in the live chat. We out here. But yeah, my friends, thank you. Michael Blandon just nailed it. Numerology is legit, but he said numerology is legit, but you can't use Gregorian Jesus Christ time though. Can we just have like snaps from Michael Blandon? Like the whole Gregorian calendar and the syncretization of anything to do with Christianity, with spirituality, is literally corrupting astrology and all this stuff. Like that's what makes someone as great as Santos Bonacci still flawed, because he's trying to syncretize information with the Bible, and it kind of takes a whole lot away, even though it's very profound. But regardless, yeah, make sure you keep that in mind. That's the most important part. The only genius that I've heard offer an alternate solution, not surprisingly, is Dolo the motherfucking pilot man. Air flights, air, for sure. He had proposed living off a 10-day system where you don't stop on the 7th day, but you continue until the 10th day. And I want to talk to him more about that too. I'm going to bring Dolo back for a Q&A session. What I decided to do, for those of you who've been wanting people to come back, I'm going to set up Q&A sessions with certain people I've already done peace talks with. So if you have any questions, you can ask them and we'll answer them together, and we'll just be more personal, where we're just talking more with you. Whereas the first one, you got to know about them. So I'm definitely bringing Dolo back. That's definitely for sure. The week was never supposed to be 7 days. Ashley B, I totally feel you. Okay. Brienne, we did meet. Yeah, it was nice to see her in person. And that's all I'm going to say. So other than that, yeah, I mentioned that. Make sure you get the composite chart webinar, and I'll see you there. It's going to be on the 15th at 5 p.m. PST. So join me, and really do recommend that you get this webinar, because it's going to be very important. If that's the first one of the synastry, that you get of the series, it's still just as good. Other than that, before I get into the cards, the link for the webinar is in the description box below. Make sure you also get the October monthly horoscope. It's October 7th. Thank you for those of you who have gotten it so far. Please also King John, that's hilarious. When your life path is a negative number, that's funny. So for those of you who got the monthly horoscopes, thank you for getting them. I definitely work hard on these. They're fun to do. I add tarot cards at the end. It really is all comprehensive, and they're $5 a pop. If you're a Libra, it's free. And Scorpio, get ready. November is going to be free for you. So keep that in mind. The Pluto webinar is still available as well, but make sure you cop that October monthly horoscope. And the reason why I'm pushing for that is a lot of the questions many of you ask me are directly answered in this horoscope. So I'm going to really go over the whole month transit, let you know what to release with the full moon. It's in PowerPoint form. Make sure you cop that for your rising and your sun sign. Okay. And for those of you who want more a tarot forecast, Heart Murmurs, honestly, King John and Allie Smith stay on a roll. Like, they never stop. I love seeing their comments. But yeah, when it comes down to tarot, if for those of you who want more, tarot insights, I got my tarot forecast report link as well. And then also the 20-minute live consultation is still on sale with $10 off. It's just $40 instead of $50 for 20 minutes. But definitely one of my favorite services. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That moon in Pisces transit threw me off. Like, I literally turned stupid for 2 days. Like, I just I couldn't do anything. So I'm definitely back. Thank a lot of you for your patience. A lot of you are very patient with me. I literally was just like in another zone. So definitely back and ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of. I definitely do advise for those of you who still have the code word is still quantum partnership. Okay. Quantum partnership is a code word that you say during the reading. Some of you may feel like it's something you type in. When you get a live consultation of any length with me, just say quantum partnership. It's going to last for the remainder of Libra season. You say that, and I will let you know if you think someone's your twin flame, if you want to know the status of your relationship with someone who you think is a quantum partner, I will tell you yes or no. I will tell you what it is. Okay. So I still got the 20-minute live consultation on deck. Once you order any of my readings, you will get a link to schedule a time and date, and we litty. Okay, so Wingstar, do I need anything from Tokyo? I don't know anything right now, but thank you for the question. If I think of anything, I was gonna say something cliche like an original manga series, but it is what it is, like just one manga or whatever, but I wouldn't even know of what. So it is what it is. Anyway, thank you for the offer. Really do appreciate that. And other than that, we got the consultation. For those of you, the special is on for the rest of the month of October for the 20-minute live consultation. Actually, I might even have that special past November. You guys let me know if you still want the 20-minute live $10 off special to last past this month. We'll see. But other than that, I'm going to be switching my payment provider, and it's not going to be active until November. I would hope sooner, but November, for those of you having issues still paying with credit card or debit card, I can only accept PayPal right now through Shopify. I will not be using Shopify past October, however, so this will not be an issue in November. Just if you have any issues ordering, it's going to let me know, but just keep in mind that thank you, Jeffrey McClendon, by the way. I'm going to be moving to BigCommerce because Wix is dope, but BigCommerce is more what I'm looking for. Just really, really be patient. For those of you who cannot pay PayPal, if I'm going to try and send an invoice, because I know PayPal allows you to use your debit or credit card. But if you're having an issue with the payment provider, then download the Cash app on your iPhone or your Android. All right. It's like a green box with money in it. I think it's also Square Cash. Bitcoins are expensive. I don't have $100 right now to get invested. I mean, I wish I invested in Bitcoins before. If I knew how much they were going to rise, I'm going to definitely invest in that. But Cash App is really the best one. If you get that app, my username is $, the peace dealer, or you can use Quick Pay through the bank. So if you have any issues, email me and I can let you know how to wire it or use the Cash App. This is really just going to be for October. This is not going to be an issue next month. And thank you, Gwendolyn, by the way, for that. And yes, we do got to talk about that in Forex because I was looking kind of interesting right there. So yeah, other than that, definitely make sure, hit me up, show me some support. I definitely want to speak to a lot more of you. So definitely get that 20-minute consultation, get that tarot forecast report if you want like tarot for the month or 2 months ahead. Very inexpensive. And make sure you get that monthly horoscope for sure. So you could definitely get hooked up. Shout out to those of you who are going to join me in the composite chart. And let's get to pulling. All right, Aries. This relationship harvest period, Aries rising, Aries moon, this relationship harvest period for you is going to involve a whole lot of change when it comes to how you are aware of what you bring to the table in relationships. So if anything, more people will be harvesting from you and your efforts, but it's still going to give you a whole lot just seeing that. Okay. Oh, wow. So that being said, the card we have for you is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is talking about you tapping in. Oh, snap, an error occurred. Gwendolyn, please shoot me an email. Because I think I know what you mean by quick pay and I use Chase, but could you send me an email more so detailing how we can do the bank transfers? Because that does seem like one of the safer options as well. Or if you have Cash App, I totally recommend Cash App. But Aries, the Page of Wands is talking about a new friend, actually. This harvest period is if you have a new friend, you're definitely going to gain a much more greater understanding of how to integrate a lot of this energy with what you're ready to move forward with. Thank you, Michael Blandon. And just expect some exciting news this week because the Page of Wands is a very fun card, not even gonna lie. Taurus rising, Taurus moon. This relationship harvest is going to integrate a lot of these positive developments in your life through your lifestyle, as well as through what it is you're willing to actually incorporate in what you're already setting up for yourself. And we do have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, I feel, is a very powerful man. If this is not a conniving, barbaric, plotting man, a very powerful, knowledgeable man of integrity who wants to really help map out what your day-to-day routine is. If anything, it's you exercising objectivity and high intelligence to do this. But I really see, Taurus, this is going to be some know-it-all who actually has profound knowledge for you to kind of help you this week. Thank you, Carrie Burton. Much appreciated for the donation. Gemini rising, Gemini moon. This week is going to incorporate a whole lot of, the fifth house is about fun and creativity, but it's actually just more so going to indicate a greater manifestation of your own heart and how much you express your creative thoughts. Gemini, you know how you just kind of like to just have random dialogues with people. That really just works with Leo, because Leo, you like to have random dialogues and pretend we're like in some kind of movie. And it's really only Leo that gets it and will just play along. So you might find everyone acts like Leo somehow this week. But we do have the Knight of Wands, which is talking about very exciting development. If you find yourself traveling or moving residence, that'll be really interesting. But what I think is really interesting is so far we have court cards. Aries is meeting someone, Taurus is meeting someone, Gemini, this is a Sagittarius who probably wants to get in your pants or help you get in your pants with someone. Okay. You know, this Knight of Wands is super sexual for no reason. So keep this in mind. This is talking about passionate developments. Thank you, Rafaela. But it's also talking about the Knight of Wands kind of feeling a lot of passion. I see you traveling with this Knight. All right. So, you know, so anyway, Cancer moon, Cancer rising, this Libra season and week will help you understand more profoundly what place you have in your relationships. Like, what is it that you feel these connections add to your own private life? But what this is really going to do is, through the medium of relationships, expose stuff about your private life. Just make sure you're not too trusting of people who you know you shouldn't be. We do, of course, have the Two of Pentacles, so you're going to be very productive this week, but make sure you're not getting played unless you're the one playing people. But yeah, Two of Pentacles is, of course, talking about great productivity and being able to balance the work you're doing with the fun you're having. It's actually a really good card because you're going to hustle and whip some stuff into shape. Although if you're dating, it is saying you might want to, you know, play around. The Healing Rose, thank you. Leo moon, Leo rising. This week is definitely going to trigger and indicate a powerful, this week is definitely going to trigger and indicate a powerful understanding of what is necessary when it comes to gaining greater ability to express yourself in very key partnerships with others. But really, Leo, this is just your opportunity to be super fabulous for like no reason and do whatever it is you know you want to do deep inside your heart. And I know this because we have the Lover's card. So you're just going to be super steamy with your lover. Especially, I'm thinking of the Leo King because I know the Leo King is with a lover, with Liana, a Gemini. So they about to get busy. But all you Leos, you know what I'm saying? Like, strut your stuff, find someone to just kind of share your love essence with. And this is the Lover's card. So bring you that Gemini attitude where it's just like, I know you want me, baby. I want you to. Start stripping in front of them, especially if they don't want to. And they're just going to be like, yes, okay, I want to have sex with you, Leo. How can I even resist? Listen to me, Leo. I'm so serious. Like, this is that 1 week where you can have sex with whoever you want. You just have to put on your seduction. Yes, Ether Gnosis, this is glitter. I did a ritual 2 days ago where I put fairy glitter on me and I sprinkled it because I do believe in fairies, and the shit has been working ever since. Holla at your boy. All right, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. This Libra week for you is going to be a little bit petty, but you are like the masters of petty. So I think it's going to be quite exciting for you. This is going to be a profound ability for you to manifest great new partnerships dependent on how powerfully you could very realistically connect the right people to others so that you just really don't discount or discredit great, opportunities that are rolling in for you. It's going to be petty because the universe is going to pair you with very important people that you need to work with. You're just not going to like these people. I knew it. Okay. I saw this before I saw the card. I swear to God, I said this before I saw the card. And I got the 5 of Swords. So it's like you're just going to be arguing. And these arguments are going to come because, I'm not going to lie, people are just going to be too stupid to understand what you're trying. Virgo, you know how you'll like try to show someone something, but they're literally so dumb, like they can't get it. And then they get mad at you and they get all passionate or they get in their feelings. Unless you're dealing with the air sign, that air sign is going to be smart enough. But usually they're either in their feelings or they're just so dumb, they get mad at you Okay, Virgo, you're just gonna be like, screw it. Like, you're just a piece of crap. I can't believe I have to deal with you. Virgo, you're finally gonna blow up because you have Mars in your sign, so you're just gonna be more pissed off than usual. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with Virgo because y'all gonna be burning some bridges. I think you're just gonna like break someone down. And this, look at that. This is Virgo right here. These are the people Virgo broke down crying, like, oh my God, just rip me a new asshole. You brought up my drug addiction that I thought I recovered from when I thought I could feel good about myself. Nope, you just had to fuck with Virgo. Okay. Libra rising, Libra moon. This is definitely gonna be very cool, I guess, because it's your season and like Jupiter is going to finally shift out of your sign. God damn it. Jupiter for Libra was just a huge wrecking ball. Like, hey, let me give you guys abundance and luck. But it's just been like fucking everything. It's been giving you great opportunities, but it's like Jupiter's now leaving the room and your house is just destroyed. Like there was a party in it. Not like a wrecking ball though, but like a party, like some obnoxious asshole spilled all the plates, dirtied the house. You had the greatest party, and now you have to clean it up. And Virgo's busy, so you can't bribe Virgo this time like you always do to get them to do whatever you want, or Pisces or Scorpio. So you have to deal with it. And I know it's crazy, but we do have the high priestess. And the high priestess is saying that you're going to be revealed a very powerful, super powerful understanding through your intuition that will also key into how profoundly and potently you could ascertain certain things you already knew about yourself and other people. So these intuitions are going to be confirmations, if anything. Okay, so know that whatever you receive, you will definitely gain confirmation for. Okay. Ow. I just got stabbed in the neck by someone's energy. So if I find out who did it, I'm fucking you. I'm just joking. Scorpio, Scorpio moon, Scorpio energy. I mean, Scorpio rising. Personality dislocation, Nicoletta, you're ascending. It's an ascension symptom. Scorpio, for you, I know you're trying to put on a brave face for people, but your life is just falling apart and in shambles. I think you thought you can hide this from people, but see, Scorpio, what you need to understand is you're not human, and some of you are trying to live human lives. Getting degrees, having jobs, saying hi to people with smiles on your face. This is what humans do, not demons and demigods like you. And the universe is trying to show you, stop trying to be like a human just because we're in an integrated system that's forcing you to be. That's what this whole divine RPG is about. This is why you have to be a revolutionary. Okay, so I see a lot of you miserable and just like wondering what the hell to do. And I'm trying to let you know you're trying to live like a human, and you're not a human. Okay. See, Pisces gets this. Pisces threw the middle finger a long time ago and left with Aquarius like, I don't care if you guys think I'm weird. But you're next to Libra. Libra likes to show face for the public, you know, and be exemplary. And their influence is, just look at 21 Savage. Just look at 21 Savage. Look at how Amber Rose is just using this young boy. Like, I feel bad for him too. Like, I don't want to rip on him. I'm on 21 side. All right. Like, I want to do a campaign to help this dude, like, see what it's doing. Cause I've seen this happen with Libra women specifically and Scorpio men. You think Libra women are just like dumb. They're one of the most intelligent women, and she's using Savage to teach these young chicks a message. All right. And she got her a Savage, she controlling. So Scorpio, what's good? Like, you know what you have to do. You know you have to literally like break out and be the emperor ruler that you are And like let Libra, like Libra is supposed to show face. Like so a lot of Libras don't even like to show face. You have Libras with their moon in Aries, but they have to show face. You have to have like a president. But Scorpio, you don't have to. Okay, Scorpio, you're oh, gotta change the battery. Scorpio, you're slowly realizing that, something's got to change. And when Jupiter goes into your sign, from someone who went through a personal Jupiter transit himself, things are going to turn around for you. If you need some advice, just ask any Aries to Libra who has gone through the transit. You know what I'm saying? But your issue, see, I didn't have to go through this issue, Scorpio. And I'm going to make yours a little bit longer because this is real. Like some of you are really going through it. You're trying things and you're wondering why you're meeting dead ends. Like I can do it because I'm human. Like I'm a Gemini. We're messengers. We have divine insurance plans because we see how y'all and other higher signs be exploiting the crap out of us and psychically attacking us. But it's all good because we got angels and spirit guides who will literally like take care of us. You don't have that insurance plan, Scorpio, because you are a god. Like, the fuck does a god look like going to God to file out an insurance plan? He's going to look at you like, bruh, this is what you have these powers yourself. All right. And that's what a lot of you Scorpios are doing. And it's just, So I have the strength card. It's literally saying like, you have the power. You have the inner strength, my friends. Like you have what it takes. If anything, this might literally be like a Leo woman who has to smack you back into reality through sex, because this is a sexuality card. She might have to just like sex you back to your own senses. But it's probably not going to be sex for everyone, right? So this is your inner strength. This is a major arcana card, Scorpio. You have the strength you need to do what it is you have to do, and you're going to gain great strength, okay? A lot of you, especially if you're Scorpio rising, your lives are falling apart because Jupiter is ready to build a new world where you are honored for the demigod that you have, or the demon goddess. Because some of you are demons, some of you are demigods, all right? It is what it is. I'm trying to say you're not human, okay? So stop trying to act human when you transcend this human reality. And that's what makes you revolutionary, because you have to build a whole new lifestyle. That's Uranus in your 6th house. You have to have a lifestyle that no one else has had. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon. Well, actually, Dominic, I was going to say that the women are demigoddesses and the men are demons. But the men are demigods and the women are demon goddesses, okay? Demon goddesses is also a code word for sex goddess. There are 2 sex goddesses of the Zodiac, and they are called Scorpio and Sagittarius. And speaking of Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, y'all are some nymphos. I will always call you the super hoes because you don't give a damn that everyone knows you're a hoe. And I like that. Yeah, at least you're not like Virgo, who's like the super closet hoe. And it's like, please, people cannot know how much of a freak I am. Sagittarius, you want to let the whole world know. And I respect that. All right. And the only one who's even more of an info is Pisces. And this is where like Pisces, and this is what you don't understand. Pisces and Sagittarius are allowed to be hoes because Pisces is so sensitive. Like everything they do makes them horny. Everything Sagittarius thinks about makes them horny. Sagittarius could literally just think about a pencil, and then the Sagittarius woman sees that the pencil looks like a dick and they're horny. Okay. Pisces could literally have someone pass them and the air will now hit their crotch and then they're horny. There's nothing they can do about it because they're just so sensitive. So Pisces is just constantly thinking about sex, constantly just having sexual feelings. And I'm trying to tell you that it's like, trust me, if any other sign did it, like Leo does this, but Leo knows they're being a hoe. Pisces literally can't help it. And I have to make a skit. Have you ever seen the song Jizz in My Pants by freaking The Lonely Island? It's like, I was walking down the street and this girl looked at me and I jizzed in my pants. Like, they cannot help it. Like, they just, like, you can just shake their hand and they're instantly wet and horny. And they're not even into you. They just are super sexual. Okay. But anyway, Sagittarius, y'all are my favorite hoes. We have the Seven of Swords. There is some sneaky deaky moves going on. All right. You want to make sure that if you aren't the person, because some of you Sagittariuses are having to do moves in private because you're around people you can't trust, but trust your intuition around someone who is kind of sneaking around behind your back. If you think they are, this is confirmation that they are. All right. But I don't know, Sagittarius. I think this might be you. I think you might have to keep some thoughts to yourself because certain ideas you have could be stolen if you share them prematurely. Okay. And Capricorn rising. I'm sorry, Lilac Ocean 420. This full moon in Aries just flipped the switch. So I don't only not have a filter anymore, like I'm just gonna be that much more offensive. I apologize in advance. Like, I just don't care anymore after that event that I went to in Oakland. But anyway, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising. Oh, snap. Capricorn, this 10th house energy, if anything, yeah, it is just a dark 20, you're right. This Capricorn energy, if anything, is going to bring out, using your relationships, a huge element of success for you, okay? I think this is going to be more so Capricorn and Capricorn rising, but I really do hope that it applies for Capricorn moon because I got the 9 of Cups. And this is very powerfully speaking of success as well as a wish come true. It's speaking quite profoundly of a feeling of satisfaction. And Capricorn, this has a lot to do with something you've been desiring for years, for a long time. I think it's going to just fall in your lap, to be honest, but this is going to be a very powerful week. Look at them cups. Damn, like Wingstar said. Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon. This relationship harvest is going to give you a great understanding of the little peons that you're ready to abduct and make work for you so that they can promote your agenda. I say peons because you look at all of us like we're small little ants. You do this with love, though. This is the only sign that can do this. See, when Capricorn does this, Capricorn has this elite sense where it's like, you're not on my level. And they'll look down on people. And they don't necessarily, they have ego. But Aquarius is the only sign that will look at you like the little ant you are, and they still love you. Okay, that's Aquarius's thing. It's just we see them looking down on us and we think that they're narcissistic. And it's like, no, like they're Aquarius. They can't help but be narcissistic. Like they're Aquarius. Like that's they have no choice. Like every Aquarius, it's so bad that when Aquarius tries to humble themselves, there is a voice in their head that's like, did you forget who the fuck you are? You're a cosmic goddess. Do not put yourself on the same level as these mere humans. I swear to God, like, have you ever, the most funny thing to look at is Aquarius trying to be humble. Like, and they're not arrogant or prideful, but it's like, they just have to remember they're superior. All right. This is coming from low level Gemini here. All right. So just keep that in mind. Aquarius, you're really going to understand how amazingly you could really like come into profound meaning. Thank you, Ale. You could really come into profound meaning of relationships in your life and where they all fall into place, because you're really going to develop a very potent sense of understanding and knowledge that you're really going to make yourself, you know what I'm saying, I know this game is a chess game to you. So what I'm trying to say is you're going to even out the chess field, come up with some new characters and do your conquest. All right. You be playing chess, not checkers. And we do have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is definitely talking about an Aries woman who's going to want to pull your card or getting your pants. It's one or the other. And this is either, it doesn't have to be an Aries woman. Oh my gosh. If it is an Aries woman, and this is what I like about Aries women, because they don't care. Like they will pull you like a dude will pull you. And I think that's one of the coolest things ever. Like when I want to go for the more feminine daintiness, I kind of go for like Taurus or Capricorn. Cancer will have this feminine grace to them where it's like, oh my gosh, like I so want to just like be super masculine. But sometimes you want to deal with that masculine chick who's just like one of the homies and will just like pull you like you a chick. And it's not like you a chick, but you know, this is the type of chick that this Queen of Wands is. Like she don't necessarily need a man for anything. Okay. Some of you, this could be your friend, but she's going to be a huge popular source of passion for you. Okay. Yes, Aries women can be crazy as shit. Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Okay. This is going to be very difficult because you're going to see shadow elements of what people are doing in relationships with you, but then turning around and acting like they're not doing it. I mean, some people won't know because they're dumb, but other people are going to try and finagle and finesse you. And this 8th house transit is just going to, confirm some very interesting suspicions. Don't necessarily let any of this deter you because they don't know that you're Pisces and like you always have the last say /laugh/sex, but we do have the 4 of Wands. So this week you're going to gain profound results for what you invest in. And there's a great celebration that's in store. In fact, Pisces, there might be a surprise that you're not even expecting. Okay, so definitely a great card. And the card that I have for everyone is the 4 of Cups. This is talking about the Moon in Cancer transit. And you want to really just contemplate how you feel because there's a lot that's set to shift. And you might not be in the best position to do so. Lilac Ocean 420, I am not pissed off. I think it's really just more, I don't know. Maybe I just need to get laid more. That's usually my go-to issue. But it's really just my Capricorn moon. Pluto's transiting it, so I just have less patience with people. And if you didn't think I could be more salty, I gotta let the earth out. But it is what it is. Please just throw me love because that's what ultimately works all the time. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you, Scorpio Queen. Now I'm going to pull, as a token of my gratitude, cards for the super chat. Okay, we're gonna start with BJ Gamble. Thank you very much again, guys. You can now tune off. For those of you who, at the very end of the super chat, I'm going to pull a card for everyone else who can donate. So you still get a card either way. But you, regardless, make sure you're in a position to take full advantage of what you personally gain from these connections. You're going to start to see really good results from your connections with people, and anything that is producing horrible harvest and fruit, come that 3rd quarter square, you know who to release and like kick off for good. So BJ Gamble, thank you so much for your donation. You're welcome, Nasheen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, White Saifu, for tuning in. BJ Gamble, we have understanding. So you're going to gain great understanding. Shut up, Ether Gnosis. You're gonna gain, thank you, Khalil. You're gonna gain great understanding over what is occurring. And also you're just gonna be looking at other people's situations and understanding what's going on with them too. So I think it's a transit that's just giving you like not X-ray vision, but just like intuitive answer vision, which is pretty cool. Lilac Ocean 420. We have strength. The strength card is talking about you being in a position to gain a lot of internal power through any difficulties or challenges that you're going through, which is very powerful. But I definitely see this as gradually, slowly gaining strength and building to that trunk, which is just awesome. So know that you have this and you're going to gain even more. Calixte vibes. We have the High Priestess of Spirit. Thank you, Fiona. The High Priestess of Spirit wants to put you on and activate your energy and really like bring out a lot of your power and magic. Thank you, Chrissy, for the donation. So definitely call out to her. However, thank you, Scorpio water sign. However she manifests in your life, she's going to come to you, but just hold the focus to activate your energies because the High Priestess of Spirit wants to embark with you on that adventure. Okay. Sunshine Bee. We have wishing. So definitely know that what you have been wishing for is all right. I see you, Sabrina. Definitely know that what you've been wishing for is definitely manifesting, and your constant focus on that will really magnify the potency of how it comes. So just know it's not in vain. Okay. Joanna Blaine. We have chaos, and I see that this chaos is coming from you, and you are this tornado. Okay. Really keep in mind that you're going to be in a profound position to shake up a lot of what's been hidden and a lot of what's been kind of behind the scenes because of this chaos. All right. Lisa, Ben, we have cycles, and this cycles card is talking about this lunar cycle completing what you started 3 months ago, or rather 3 lunar cycles ago. So it's really bringing back around certain old lessons that you can finally complete and graduate from in a very powerful way. Rocktober, we have lust. And I see this as an influence around you, especially to distract and tempt you. I'm assuming you're a Libra, especially, yeah. So keep that in mind. Be very mindful of anything. This doesn't have to be sexual lust either. Know that all this lust is a complete temptation meant to distract you, and you want to be aware of how the timing of it happens. So once you're aware of that timing, you'll be very aware of how to deal with it, okay? Jolanda 365, we have the High Priestess of Fire. The High Priestess of Fire wants to rev up your passion, and she's going to really help you light that fire under yourself so that you wake up in the morning so passionate and full of purpose that you know what it is you're ready to tackle through the day. And if you're already doing that, you're going to do that more so. The High Priestess of Fire is also encouraging you to lay the smack down on someone who needs their ass whooped. And she's going to look out for you because she's in a sense where if you do handle that ass whooping, you won't get charges pressed on you. And like, you're definitely going to walk away from it totally fine. Like, she won't necessarily help you win the fight, but she's going to make sure that nothing bad happens from the fight. Okay. It doesn't even have to be a physical altercation. This is really more so you kind of gaining a lot more passion. Rafa Mama, thank you, T. McDougal. Rafa Mama, we have chaos, and I know for a goddamn sure this chaos may most likely be coming from you. And I kind of think I get the sense that you want to bring this chaos. And I'm saying this more so from my perspective. Like, I think you really do want to bring this chaos because certain people may just be stuck in denial, and they might need a real influence like you to let them know what's really good, what's really, really, really good. All right. Aisha, Aisha, we have choices, and these choices are going to illustrate whether you're going to listen to someone you've always known or someone who you've just met. So don't worry about the time you've known them. Worry more about what your heart is keying you into and what you know the truth is, because you actually know what's the truth. I don't think it's an issue of cognitively assessing what's right or wrong. I think it's more an issue of loyalty, and you know someone is wrong, but you might not want to offend them. So make the right choice, not the choice that'll make someone feel more comfortable. Xenia Jane Pobre. We have the High Priestess of Fire. And the High Priestess of Fire is ready to ignite your life and add so much more fun. You don't necessarily need a fire lit under you, but you're definitely going to be blessed with great opportunities to express your heart in powerful ways. And oh, you're a Leo. So this High Priestess of Fire is you. She's going to, it's not something that you're going to summon. It's something that's going to come from your fire. So you have a close connection to her. Demi Green. The card we have for you is Reminder. You're going to gain an important reminder this week of who you are so that you don't forget the divinity of this and you don't forget a whole lot of what you can do with this energy and realization. And it's going to really empower and embolden you. Okay. So let me see. Okay. All right. Kiara Houston. Kiara Houston, we have strength. Know that you have the strength needed to get through the upcoming and current challenges you're facing, and know that you're going to smash them like a boss. So don't let anything bring you down. You can walk with great confidence. Karima Zarifi. Karima, we have differences. It's important that you really come to terms with where you have differences with someone or something, and you're going to find ways to complement those differences, even though it will start as an initial clash. All right. Jalen Donald. We have self-worth, and it's important that you really tap into your self-worth. Okay. And you don't necessarily let anyone take what you know is amazing about yourself away from you, because yourself, the worth that you have in yourself is more powerful than most because of the stuff you've directly done to earn it. So it's going to be great for you moving forward. Danielle Beers, the card that I have for you is Focus. All right. And if you could see that movie Focus by Will Smith, I would totally recommend it. It's a really, really fun movie. And Focus, of course, is speaking about you being in a position to aim at what you're ready to accomplish and gain, you know what I'm saying, and reap profoundly from just that alone. Nancy Solorio. We have Honesty. So honesty is talking about honesty is talking about I mean, obviously you being honest, but I really think oh, there we go. What I'm channeling with this is that with honesty, Nancy, you're actually going to be in a profound position where your energy and vibration is just going to have all sorts of people being honest around you. And it's going to scare some people. I mean, not honest people, right? But people are just going to find that it's hard to lie to you, and that they're not necessarily able to stop themselves from telling the truth. Thank you, Crystal Lockett. So this honesty, of course, is going to come from you, but I really sense that it's also going to come from others. Will I find a better home to stay or live alone? So you being emotionally hurt by your roommate, as far as finding a better home or living alone, honesty here is going to be the litmus test. You want to find a better home to stay. If your capacity for honesty is not going to be respected. If you're having to deal with those, you might want to live alone. Okay. If you can speak honestly with whoever you're with, then definitely, it's totally okay to stay. Um, Thank you, Samantha Sarif. I got your donation. And I got the High Priestess of Earth, who is ready to, over time, over the next 6 months, increase your personal finances and break you through to a higher level of financial, not success, monetary, what's the name? Higher income. Basically, whatever income you're making now, you're going to break to the next level. Add an extra zero to the amount that you're making now. It's going to be really dope that you make a month. Yeah. So keep that in mind. There's changes to your routine that will be made to facilitate this. Aubriana Wazar, the card we have for you is the Warrior. And if this, at one sense, this is you being a warrior, and this is you definitely standing up for what you want in yourself. But I see this as a warrior having the hots for you and probably hunting you, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is definitely a protector, and it's going to reflect the inner warrior within you. Okay. Brittany Smith, we have deceit. So it's important that when you call out, when you see this deceit in front of your face, I sense it's going to come from multiple people. And the point here is when you see it, call it out. If, of course, they're going to, most people will deny it because they don't have integrity. So they may act like it didn't happen, but all you have to do is call it out. You don't have to prove it. Just call it out when it happens. And that in itself will be magical because you've seen it. Nasheen, the card that we have is meditation. And this is self-explanatory. Definitely make sure you meditate because you're downloading a crap ton of energy and you're a goddess. Here's something that's important to understand. Goddesses do not download energy. Gods and goddesses. So if you're a Scorpio, if you're a Capricorn, if you're a Sagittarius, if you're an Aquarius or a Pisces, you don't download energy because the energy that we download comes from your vibration. So if anything, you just kind of know already. So for you to download, your human form is downloading from a much higher vibration, and you need to meditate to process this. Okay. Ivy Turner, you want to take a very important risk. Okay. Know that this risk has much to do with something that you've always wanted to accomplish, but you just aren't sure what's going to happen after. And just know that this risk you take, it's not even going to be a risk after. It just seems like a risk. So you're going to smash this. All right. For October, the card that I have for Maria is self-worth. So it's important for her to know that she already has powerful self-worth as is, and she's very comfortable and safe bringing that forward with her, even if other people do not see into that quality. It's going to be a huge source of greatness for her to do so. No problem, Ivy. Thank you for tuning in. Sharon Andrea, the card that I have for you, relationship love for this new moon and the 10th. The card we have is playful. And we have the 44 card. 44 to me is archangel or angel or twin flame. So, I mean, regardless, this is talking about you keeping the mood fun and being playful. Okay. So definitely don't worry about anything that can go wrong. The more fun you have with it, the better. Jessica P. Shout out to Yada B, who actually knows Erica Badu personally. I think that's so cool. Jessica P, we also have playful for you too. So you definitely want to keep a playful attitude. You're going to attract a lot of cool people. There's a lot of weirdos around you, Jessica. They're just weird because they think they can like flex their dicks in front of you and or their tits and get like coolness. But you just being playful is going to attract really cool, authentic people your way and kind of, rid these weirdos from your life. Queen Deji, ain't nobody forget you, okay? I got you. The card that we have for you. Thank you, Lilac Ocean 420. That's it. That's why people are pissed. Like they want to manifest their twin flames in 3D, but it's a 5D, it's a 7D relationship. It's really and it's experienced in 5D. So people are trying to have this down here in 3D, and you don't understand. It don't work like that. You're supposed to have a soulmate relationship here in the 3D that you can both connect and experience at 5D. But you nailed it, Lilac. So Queen, we have movement, and you don't want to be stagnant. Okay, you want to make sure you have momentum with what you're doing. You're building up energy, but it's important that you keep the flow and go on a couple of impromptu short road trips just so that you could be moving your energy. All right. I want to manifest someone to help pay these bills in 3D. That's funny. Yada, you're a Capricorn. You have no excuse. Like, you are the master manifester. You just gotta do something, okay? Let me not call you out like that, but I'm just gonna assume you definitely have the power like that. So what's good? Are you being picky, Yada? Are you just being picky? We will see. Queen Day. Like honestly, like I give earth signs no excuses. Like you'll see a fire sign fuck up like 8,000 times. But I already said that fire is dumb and water is stupid. So I will give fire signs hella chances. All right. I don't give earth signs no chances because y'all are just so, oh, Mike, it's not an excuse. I need niggas to be responsible. Call me out, Lil B. Okay. Touche. Very, very, very common Saturnian response. Okay. It is what it is. But Ether, I will never come for you. I'm not ready for all that fire. It's all good. But yeah, Black Tube, the card that I have. No, it's really on some fake shit on my part. I'm being fake because I realize that if I just flatter fire signs, I don't even have to worry about the other signs. If I just baby and flatter the fire, I'll be good. All right. I'm totally being two-faced by doing this, but it works. So anyway, Black Tube. And don't worry, I didn't forget anybody. I'm still reading down this list. Like I have a list in front of me of who ordered in order. So, I mean, who donated in order. So I will surely get to y'all. Black Tube, we have love. And this is great. This is just all encompassing love. This is very powerful love that comes from you and reflects towards others. Definitely know you're in a powerful position to very greatly experience this. And I sense something really genuine from this too. So it's very powerful and very awesome. Jackie Perdomo. The card we have for you is Summon. And this is a really, really powerful card. I really want to, if anything, recommend. I think you already know this being you have to summon. If you've been wanting to call on a higher being or research certain things, you can summon that being. If anything, Jackie, this card is saying you have the power of summoning. Like not everyone has that power. Even me in the gateway, like I need a Scorpio's energy to pass stuff through the dimension. It's as simple as like doing a spell. And I've done it one time before. Like I was talking to an entity who was in a room, and I was like, "You're whack. I'm gonna use my friend's energy to summon you away." My friend was not in the room, by the way, when I had a Scorpio who was in my place, and I did this spell because Gemini is the gateway. I opened the gate, and then right at the moment that I pushed him through the gate, my Scorpio friend yelled out my name. He yelled out something, and his vibration facilitated that to shift. So they're really strong in that sense. But you don't have to be a Scorpio. Aquariuses can also summon too. Jackie, yeah. Oh, Aqua. There you go. You're an Aquarius. So Aquarius is even better at summoning than Scorpio. So you have the power to summon higher beings, channel higher frequency beings. It's really amazing, and you'll be in a great position to learn more about that. All right, Precious G 1 foot. Okay, we have Chaos. I think this is the third card we have for Chaos, and It's very important because you'll definitely be in a position to deal with it. Whereas the first two are more chaotic influences. I feel like you're going to be experiencing this chaos, and I think it's still going to be good for you because you're going to King John, you killing me. It's going to be interesting because you're going to adapt quite well. You're going to help others adapt to the chaos. I think it's more your Nice. I see you, Crystal Lockett. You're definitely going to be more in the mood to do this. Michael Blandon. We have meditation, so you want to really focus your energies through meditative practices to just kind of calm your energy because it's a little bit too chaotic because you're evolving, but you need to meditate so that the evolution can be more smooth. Carrie Button. We also have summon. So the summon energy for you has a lot to do with incorporating these beings. They don't even have to be beings you summon. You could literally summon states of being. You can summon vibrations as well. Got you, Mike. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. So definitely practice before and after you summon something and notice the change in frequency, because this is definitely saying that you have that ability mastered already, whereas some certain Scorpios are just having to learn this from scratch. All right. Scorpio is learning how to summon dragons and ghosts and demons. The healing rose. All right. Once again, if you're a Scorpio, you have power over demons. And if you're a Capricorn, you have power over devils. The healing rose, we have warrior. You definitely want to be in a very powerful position. Oh, Michael Blandon, you can call me Mike or Michael. It's totally cool. I'm not tripping. But yeah, we have the warrior for you, the healing rose, and this is talking about you stepping up to the plate. I see this as you running into a warrior-like figure, but I also see this as you kind of like pulling someone's card, letting them know you have that inner warrior within you as well. Thank you, Jackie. Much appreciated. Rafaela, we have forbidden. Uh-oh. So this is definitely forbidden energy. Sunshine B. This is definitely forbidden energy that is here for you to gain a great understanding of what has been hidden. I think some people are using the taboo to kind of block what is being hidden from you. And you have to do certain things that you have been told are forbidden to actually gain important answers. But I think you'll enjoy doing it anyway. All right. Ale Alvarez, thank you for your patience. The card we have for you is Cycles. So you definitely want to Lilac Ocean, don't take us seriously because we literally flirt with everything. We'll flirt with dog shit just because. I'm just joking. All right. So Cycles is definitely talking about you coming through new lessons in a more powerful way because you finally understood through these lunar cycles how to transcend, whereas before you might not have been able to. Scorpio Queen just met a Pisces. A card, please. The card that I have for you is run the hell away because you know your self-worth. And if you don't want this Pisces to just completely screw up your world in the name of him or her dumping all their karma on you and then skirting away with another partner, tell that motherfucker to step. I'm just joking. The self-worth card is definitely talking about whether you keep this Pisces around or not. Just remember your self-worth because this Pisces is here to reflect that. If you have little self-worth on you, this Pisces is going to walk all over you. If you have great self-worth, this Pisces is going to learn to respect you. So definitely good luck with that relationship. Khalil Lewis, the card we have is... I'm sorry, Brianne Mendez. I apologize. That's very fair, though. I should have never made fun of y'all like that. Khalil Lewis, we have fulfillment. So this is a 9 of Cups card, pretty much. And it's talking about you kind of gaining a lot of satisfaction. You're definitely going to have your cup full. You're going to be sitting pretty, Khalil. I think certain of your wishes are really going to come true. Okay. Oh, TK is a Gemini. What happened with him? Fiona. The card we have for Fiona. Thank you, Chrissy. The card we have for Fiona is Oath. All right. Remember the oath you've made to your higher being or your higher self. It's time to really remember what, or if you're setting up an oath for the first time. Oh, we're mad misunderstood. Same as Pisces too. But yeah, Fiona, just hold true to the oath that you've had. Yes, yes, Rafaela. That's a very good example of a forbidden taboo. Okay, very good example. Yeah. Remember that oath you made, Fiona, and if you need to make a new oath, this is going to really strengthen the bond you have with certain beings. All right, Chrissy, the card that we have for you. Thank you for the love. We have denial. So hopefully this isn't you in denial. If you're dealing with anyone who's in denial, you need to let them know even more so. But this card is definitely having you cope or process this through a short period where you're going to gain release from anything that you or someone else is in heavy denial about. And you have to go through this so that you can understand when you see others going on through this. All right. I saw an article of Young Thug begging for her back on Instagram. So I don't know. It's interesting. Yada, thank you. You helped me gain that uh, body through the workouts. So definitely grateful. Is it true that the best match for a fire sign is a water sign? Let's see. Water does douse fire, and I know that the most passionate arguments is between water and fire. So, I mean, the best makeup sex could be that, but no, that's not true. The best match for a water sign is not a water sign, or a fire sign is not a water sign. It's probably the worst match. It's one of the most sexual matches, and it is a soulmate connection. But best match for fire is another fire or air. Best match for water is another water or earth. Okay. It's a very electric connection, so it can work. I know some water fire relationships that can work, but yeah, it's not really. I mean, just think the water is going to put out the fire, and that's just going to be the source of all conflicts. Scorpio water sign. Thank you, Laverne. Scorpio water sign. We have a reminder. Pulled this twice for you. Don't forget you're a motherfucking boss. Don't forget you run shit in these streets. Don't forget you're a Scorpio water sign. So you got the juice. And just take this reminder with you everywhere you go. T. McDougal, we have beauty. And as you blossom into a new level of beauty, you're going to gain a powerful ability to bring and reflect this out towards others in very amazing ways. Okay, Crystal Lockett, confirm my thoughts. We have letting go. So yes, I am confirming. Though I was gonna say that thing, but it's like two or three things. It's two and a half things that you just have to let go for now, whether it's a relationship or a job. You do really need to let it go. You really do need to let go of uncertainty and just focus right now on releasing and letting go fully of these influences so that you can do and receive better. Rafaela Flores. Let me make sure. Okay. Janige 15. Janige 15. We have honesty. So definitely make sure. Yeah, Earth is hella sexy. I agree, Ale. But that's because air signs find Earth a little sexy because we think we want them until we. Never mind. Honesty. We have, make sure you're honest with the people you're around because your honesty is going to open up so much more in others. And you leading that by honesty will shine a light for them to now react accordingly. Okay. Sunshine B. The card we have, I'm sorry, Ale. I just wanted to throw mad shade on Earth signs, but I've already thrown so much shade. I just can't throw any more shade right now. It's not. Yeah, I can't do that. Sunshine Bee. The card that we have for you is playful. So make sure you're very playful. Make sure you're incorporating fun in all your interactions with people. And oh, I'm sorry, I already did yours. Thank you. You gave this to me for being sexy. Well, make sure you're playful and anything. I have to give you another one anyway. Okay. Laverne Forrester, we have focus. Okay. Focus is definitely speaking of Raphael, a great question. I only do one card per donations. But Laverne, we have focus for you. So this is definitely speaking of your focus nailing as long as you keep focus. And the more you focus, the more this kind of helps manifest what you're working for yourself. All right. Miss Mother All, thank you very much. Okay. We have denial. So I think you might be dealing with someone who's in denial. I don't think this is actually coming from you, but it's definitely going to really key in greatly what you have been aware of and how this force and influence is stunting or delaying things, especially if this is an energy that needs to be released. So it's going to be temporary because by Scorpio season, it won't be an issue, but this is what's coming to a head. And finally, Britzy, thank you for the donation. We have forbidden. So you're definitely going to have to venture into the taboo to gain certain answers. Something that you're doing or want to do that's forbidden, here's confirmation to just not do it. You want to step fully into this. Misty Ortiz, thank you very much for the donation. We have conclusion, the end. You're finally at the end of the lessons that you have been going through. So prepare to step into a new chapter and just know that it's finally over. Okay. You've learned a whole lot. So congratulations. And finally, the Oracle card I have for everybody else is risk. All right. Take that important risk that needs to be taken. Emily Long, I apologize. I really thought I did you. Emily, I have oath for you. So you definitely want to hold steady to the important oath that you have established or need to establish with a higher being so that you can develop a stronger connection. But for everyone I have risk, make sure you take an important risk that's going to present itself to you. And you're going to know because you're going to be like, holy shit, this is risky. Take that leap of faith. And thank you once again for tuning in, my friends. Until next time.